What's up guys, Jim Yosef here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to a new transfer video today. What we're doing is a deadline day roundup. Now I was planning on doing this yesterday, but of course the window actually closes at around 11 PM and it would have been very late to get it done. So instead I saved it for today and I'm pretty sure we've got 68 players to get through. Right then, before we get started, as always, if you enjoyed this video, show support by leaving a like rating, that'd be absolutely awesome. And also, thank you guys ever so much for your support on every single transfer video this summer. It means a lot to me, and now we can focus on getting ready for FIFA 18. If you're new to my channel, make sure to press the subscribe button for daily FIFA content and press the notifications tab next to it to receive alerts about my videos. If you missed yesterday's video, it'll be down below in the description box. And today's question of the day, what were your thoughts on deadline day? Let me know your answers down below in the comment section. And just a couple of notes to mention just before I get any further. First up, I may have missed a couple of transfers here and there, but I'm pretty sure out of the recognisable ones, I've got them all. Also, at the point of recording this video right now, the Spanish deadline hasn't passed just yet. That actually ends tonight, so again, I may have missed some. And finally, my quick thoughts on deadline day. Now, honestly, the day started off with so many rumours, but in reality, not many went through. Right then, let's jump into confirmed transfers, and the very first one is at one for Watford. The player is Carnazes. He's joined them from Udinese on loan for the season. He also got a second player from them yesterday, and that's a centre-back called Wagyu. And I'm pretty sure he actually went to Leicester City in January, but I'm not sure how well he done. Duvan Zapata has joined Sampdoria from Napoli on a loan deal, but there's a £2.7 million fee in there, so I'm assuming it's got an option to buy. And Sampdoria also got a second player yesterday from Napoli, and that's a left-back called Strinic. And he has joined on a permanent basis for £1.8 million. Then we got on to Luis Neto, going to Fenerbahce from Zenit St. Petersburg for a loan for the season. Here's it followed by Sydney Sam. A few FIFAs ago was very good in the game, but now just 77 rated. And he has joined a second tier German team called VfL Bochum. And that is from FC Schalke for an undisclosed fee. Next up, we've got De Sevi going to FC Metz in France from Stade Liège on a loan deal for the season. Liverpool's Ryan Kent has gone out on loan to Freiburg in the Bundesliga, so quite an interesting move there. Hopefully, he gets first team football and more first team experiences, but again, a loan deal for the season, and on paper, it's a good move for him. Next up, we've gone to Cavanda, a very solid silver player this year on FIFA 17, going to Stade Liège from Galatasaray on loan for the season, and honestly, there are a lot of loan deals yesterday. Adam Federici has gone to Nottingham Forest from Bournemouth, again a loan deal for the season. Here's it followed by another loan, this time it's Papi Djilabodji going to Dijon in France from Sunderland for the season. Stoke City's Mbula has gone out on loan this season to Toulouse, and his card this year is pretty solid for a 79 rated non-red player, so maybe next year could be pretty similar in Ligue 1. Next up, we go on to Wabi Kajri, also from Sunderland just like Djilabodji, going to France to Stade Rennes. Marvin Johnson has joined Middlesbrough from Oxford United for a fee of very close to £2.5 million. Next up, we go on to Chileto. I'm not sure how he says his name properly, but he has now joined Brighton from Sporting in Portugal for £2.7 million. And in regards to FIFA 18 at the very start of the game, if you make a cheap Premier League side, potentially, he could be a good option for right back. That's assuming though, by the way, if he has similar stats to that. He has okay pace with 81, but 82 physical on a right back, that's pretty good. And now back over to Ligue 1, the player is going to Lassina Traore. So before, I think about 3 or 4 years ago now, he had a loan spell at Everton. And yesterday he joined Amiens from Monaco on a loan deal for the season. And this guy, by the way, he's like 6'7". Then we've got one for Leeds United, and the player is going to Pierre-Michel Lasoggia. I probably said his name wrong there, by the way, and he has joined them from Hamburg on loan for the season. Next up, we have got Vieirinha going to PAOK in Greece from Wolfsburg for an undisclosed fee. A player that got a very big downgrade last year on FIFA 17 is going to Remy Cabet, the former Newcastle man. This is base card from the start of the year, but he actually ended up being a silver. And yesterday he joined Saint Etienne from Marseille on loan for the season. Next up, we move on to Anthony Meunier going to Panathinaikos from Bologna. And that one is an undisclosed fee. They also signed a second player yesterday, and that is going to Hilmark. And they also signed him from a Serie A club, and that is Genoa on a loan deal for the season. Then we move on to Mark Wilson going to Sunderland from Bournemouth. And the fee for this one is undisclosed, but yesterday Sunderland were very busy, got 2 more players on top of Wilson. The second player is Jonathan Williams. And he's on loan from Crystal Palace for the season, and the third player they got yesterday is Callum McManaman. And he is signed on a permanent basis from West Brom, again undisclosed fee. Next though, we got on to Alfred Ndiaye going on loan to Wolves from Villarreal, and the Wolves team for this season is looking very strong. Bojan has gone out on loan from Stoke City again, this time though to the Spanish team being Deportivo Alaves for the season. Then we move on to Joel Campbell, who only about a week or so ago actually said he doesn't want any more loans away from Arsenal. But now he has joined Real Betis for the season. Sergi Dade has joined Espanyol from Lyon on loan for £270,000, but there's an option to buy. And now we've got a silver centre-back called Jose or Josu going to Anderlecht from Vitória Guimarães in Portugal for £1.8 million. And to be fair, for a silver card, it looks pretty usable. And moving on, we go on to Mbaye, who from January was actually playing for Watford on loan, but I don't know if it really went too well for him. But yesterday he moved to Torino from Milan on loan for the season for £1.8 million, and there's an option to buy for €20 million. Andreas Beck has joined Stuttgart from Besiktas for £1.8 million. Then we move on to Christian Saudi, going to Torino from Inter Milan on loan for the season. A player leaving Torino is going to Maxi Lopez, going to Udinese for an undisclosed fee. Next up, we move on to Tim Krul going to Brighton from Newcastle, again a loan deal. And in fact, the next three players are also loan deals. And the thing about Tim Krul, I'm pretty sure Brighton have already bought a goalkeeper this summer for like a club record fee, so he might be a backup again. And next up, we've got Mendy, who only joined Leicester City a year ago, but now gone out on loan to OGC Nice. Sevilla bought in a new defender yesterday, and I'm probably going to say this one wrong, but Carole, I'm not sure how you say it, but he has joined them from Galatasaray on loan for the season. Next up, we've gone to Douglas, going out on loan to Benfica from Barca, again for the season. And this year, I know his physical and defending are quite bad, but he's not awful in game. And obviously a right back went from Benfica to Barca being Semedo, so potentially he could be his replacement. Now we go on to Teru. I'm butchering all these names by the way, but he joined Fiorentina from Udinese for £1.8 million. Marvin Ziegler has joined Watford from Sporting for a fee around £3 million or so, and like I mentioned before, with the right back that went to Brighton, potentially Ziegler, he could be a cheap option for Prem teams at the very start. And next up we have a player that's not on FIFA 17, and that is Karamo going to Inter Milan from SM Chan on a 2-year loan deal with the option to buy. Or it might be an obligation to buy, but either way, and he's supposedly a very good talent. Hannover 96 signed Bebu yesterday from Dusseldorf for £4.5 million, also a permanent basis. Then move on to Lucas Perez, who at Arsenal really wasn't given much of an opportunity. But whenever he played, he seemed to score some goals, so I'm not sure why it didn't really work out for him. But now he's returned to Spain to Deportivo La Coruña on loan for the season. Birmingham broke their transfer record yesterday by signing Jota from Brentford, and does say undisclosed fee, but apparently it's around £6 million. And I saw an article saying Birmingham have signed 14 players this summer. Roberto Inglese has joined Napoli from Chievo for €12 million, but been loaned straight back to them. And alongside Chris Wood a week ago, Burnley has signed another striker. This time, it's Naki Welsh from Huddersfield. And the fee for that one apparently is £5 million. Dragovic has joined Leicester City from Bayer Leverkusen for the season on loan, and it could be a decent option again for cheap Prem teams at the very start of the game. Olympiacos signed Bjorn Engels yesterday from Club Brugge for a fee around £6.4 million. The reason for that, you'll see in just a moment, but they sold a centre-back for a big fee to Bayer Leverkusen. And Inter Milan signed a second player yesterday, which currently isn't on FIFA 17. The player is Bastoni. And of what I've read about him, he's an 18-year-old centre-back. He's joined them from Atalanta for a fee of around €8 million, but they've loaned him straight back for 2 years until 2019. So obviously that is one for the future. Next up, we've gone to Divock Origi, going out on loan to Wolfsburg from Liverpool, and they've actually paid £6 million to get him on loan. It appears they're also paying his wages, and Liverpool do have the option, by the way, to recall him in January if necessary. And with the World Cup coming up next summer, he needs first team football, and at Liverpool right now, he's not really guaranteed that. And next up, we've got one of the surprises of the summer transfer window, and that's Renato Sanchez going on loan to Swansea City. It's from Bayern for the season, there's no option to buy. I read somewhere that Swansea had paid £6 to £8 million to get him on loan for the season, and just like I mentioned about Divock Origi, he needs first team football this season, and at Swansea, he's guaranteed that. And Paul Clement will be his manager this season, a former assistant to Carlo Ancelotti. And I have a feeling on FIFA 18, even if he does get a downgrade, he'll be used a hell of a lot. Next up, I've got Nicolas de Preville, going to Bordeaux from Lille for £7.2 million. Next up, we've gone to one for Zenit, and that is a centre-back called Mevlia, joined them from Rostov for £7.2 million. Nani has joined Lazio from Valencia on loan for the season for £1.8 million, and there does appear to be an option to buy. And it could be a very good option for Serie A teams next year, assuming he keeps his 5-star skills. And now another player not on FIFA is going to Vlasic, joined Everton from a team they played in the Europa League the other day, I think it is, called Hajduk Split, and Everton paid £10 million to get him. And next up we have got Gabigol going to Benfica on loan from Inter Milan, and I'm not sure if it's an option to buy or not, but either way, he'll now get first team football. His move to Inter from Santos really didn't work out too well. Beforehand is massively hyped up and get into the Brazil national team, but since then it's dropped off a bit, but now hopefully in Portugal he starts scoring goals for fun and starts pushing towards his potential. And yet another player not on FIFA 17 that should be on FIFA 18 is it going to Jadon Sancho going to Borussia Dortmund from Man City. Now there are a fair amount of fees currently being thrown about his transfer. Some places are saying it's under £1 million, but apparently it's €9 million plus a substantial sell-on clause. And he has been given the number 7 shirt, so hopefully next season we see a lot of him. And now we move on to Fernando Llorente going to Tottenham from Swansea for a fee of around £12 million. And he was heavily linked to go to Chelsea, but now, again, it gone to Tottenham. And now on to his replacement at Swansea City, as return of Wilfred Boney. So it proved to be a pretty decent deadline day for Swansea, bringing Renato Sanchez as well as the return of Boney, and he cost them £12 million from Man City. And instead of taking the vacant number 9 shirt, he's wearing number 2. And this next one is the final one that's not on FIFA 17. The player is at Pedro Rocha, joined Spartak Moscow from Gremio for £10.8 million. Kevin Campbell joined Leipzig yesterday from Bayer Leverkusen for €20 million. And don't get me wrong, he's a fantastic player now, but potentially he could be the replacement for Naby Keita next summer, who's going to Liverpool. Mitroglou has joined Marseille from Benfica for €15 million. Then we move on to Red Sauce, the centre back I was talking about a second ago, joined by Leverkusen from Olympiacos for a fee of €22 million. So it does look like they spent the Kevin Campbell money on him. Next up, gone to Serge Aurier, completing a switch to Tottenham from PSG. It's a very good one for FIFA Ultimate Team, also very good business by Tottenham in real life, replacing Kyle Walker for under half the price, and in total it cost them £23 million. Next up, we've gone to Mamadou Sakho, going to Crystal Palace now on a permanent basis from Liverpool for 26 mil. And Chelsea finally got a new right wing back in, this time it's going to be ZAPPACOSTA from Torino for €28 million. And Chelsea also completed the signing of Danny Drinkwater from Leicester for £35 million. And Leicester replaced Danny Drinkwater by bringing Adrian Silva from Sporting. The fee, it hasn't been mentioned whatsoever, but is a very late one. Like, I think it is announced about 6 PM or so, because now it's subject to international clearance. And now a couple in La Liga which have just gone through. The first one is Munir going to Deportivo Alaves on loan from Barca this season. Then Loic Remy has joined Las Palmas from Chelsea on a 2-year deal for an undisclosed fee. And the final confirmed one is again to MBAPPE, joining Paris Saint-Germain finally from Monaco. It's a loan deal for this season, but there's an obligation to buy at the end of it, worth €180 million or £166 million. That then makes him the second most expensive player in football history, and he signed a deal until 2022. And to top off yesterday for him, he scored his first ever international goal for France. And that combo of him and Neymar next season, it cost them so much to make it, but honestly, I'm excited to see how they play. But that is going to be it for today's video. So as always, if you enjoyed it, show your support by leaving a like rating. It'd be absolutely awesome. Again, your support on these transfer videos has been absolutely insane, so thank you for that. If you're new to my channel, make sure to press the subscribe button for daily FIFA content and ready for FIFA 18. If you missed yesterday's video, it'll be down below in the description box. And today's question of the day, what were your thoughts on deadline day? So thank you for watching this video, I'll see you next time.